All right, welcome. We are about to embark upon day one of this week. We got an hour and 8 minutes um, of the session here today. Um, my goal of the session is just to try to keep things organized, try to keep things suited, you know, and trade properly and precisely, and have everything accounted for and prefer a profit. All right, so let's dive in. All right, I'm gonna go on the higher time frame right now. NQ. Let's see. The monthly chart is broke that all-time high, right, and then it dropped pretty far down, actually, really far down, um, touching all-time highs, which was sitting there, and it's looking like it wants to bounce from there, or at least show some type of bounce. This is such a shallow bounce here that I am expecting it to go up more today then, or this week. I'm expecting it to go up more than this. So right now on the smaller time frames, I could be bullish. However, it's probably gone too far too fast already. But I'm not sure if this high is going to be broken, but I'm pretty confident that it's probably going to be a little bit more of a bounce than this. Um, but yeah, as that's going right now, as it's flying on the daily chart, it's looking right on those highs of yesterday or the previous week. So it's likely going to go up from here on out, or it looks like it's going to go up. As far as this goes, um, I see up here. I need to see some type of picture for, let's say, where the demand is, or sorry, the supply is, and it looks to be all the way up here. It's pretty obvious, right? I mean, there's a large sell-off and then it holds price lower. This is where I'd want to go in short. If you actually see it, it's right up here. It's protecting free space. It's a holding zone, not a holding level, because it's the clarity. The clarity of this picture is not as good, but however, it is a turning point in price. It's absolutely a turning point. So if it gets there today, it's outside local distal line. I'm totally willing to go short, right there. Totally willing to. I might make it roomy, um, a little bit. I would consider that. Roomy just means the distal line is carried a little bit further away, giving the trade a little bit more wiggle room. But right now, I mean, that's what I would see. It's just starting off really bullish, and I don't expect this bullishness to stop. I expect it to continue on. So you could consider taking smaller time frames longs to get up there. My targets won't be at this zone. It'll be somewhere in the mix here. Um, but, just for safekeeping, let's just show a target based on the 60 minute. No, based on the 240 minute, excuse me. Yeah, and it might not pull back at all. So right now, this supply ahead of here, this is supply, in my opinion. That's supply. And it's likely gonna work. However, there's if you my rules are don't get into a trade if your stop loss is where you want to enter in again. Why? Because I have a tendency of shorting, getting stopped out, but then shorting more, and then it's like I keep on buying the exact same rally, and then I get roasted. And the idea is, yeah, there's two zones on top of each other, one right here and then one right here. But this one, the distal line has nothing stopping it. I won't want to move my stop. I won't do that. This one I would, because I want to. It looks more enticing up here. So I'm gonna let this thing pass through. Um, I'm gonna let this thing pass through this little rectangle box here. However, if I do see breakouts going lower, I'm willing to go breakouts lower. That I'm willing to do. But yeah, right now it's heading into it. The bullish, yeah, it's just really bullish right now. Um, this split is likely strong. If you look at the 5 minute, yeah, this is the split right here. So The 5-minute and 3-minute pretty much agree that this bullish split right here is likely going to hold price upwards. So I'll have 25% of that body included in that zone. So this is a zone for me. I'll highlight it. And right now it's getting there quickly. I'll consider a 1-to-1 bounce on this split. I really would. I really, really would. Because it's such a good zone, right? It's such a good split. So let's go ahead and do that. That's my first trade of the day. That's bullish, but I'm only asking for a 1-to-1. And it's already from a really bullish momentum here. So I'm fine with a little bit of the buyers coming in for us. 2.6 is the risk. 2.6 contracts. So 3 contracts at 570 flat, 570 flat. How many? 3 contracts. 3 contracts at 570. 570 flat. I would like price to get there immediately, you know, but we'll see. This low is 558.5 is my stop. 558.5. 558.5. Yeah, that's great. It does give it a little bit of space here, which is really nice. 558.5. Let's just make sure. 558.5. Yep, everything's set. And we will be going for a 1-to-1. 756 zone number. Day is 1824. All right. That is my plan here. So I do have a long trade in the books right now. We will see if it hits entry. If it does hit entry, we got to take pictures of the entry. I'd like it to come back right into the split because this is classic. This is fundamental stuff here, in my opinion. This is a base hit. And even base hits, because look at the distal line. The distal line past here, this distal line, there is some area right here. If you look at it, that's a good area of longs. Now, if I were to get sliced through, I would consider going long here. I really would. So I'm going to put it in just in case. If I do get sliced through, I am going to go long here. This is a very stingy, what would you call it? That doesn't have a name. Because this is a holding split, but it's been tested. That's not a holding split anymore. A holding split is right here. This one would be, there is nothing there. You can't call that any name. I mean, it's a 5-minute holding split, but that's weak. It's a weak split. That's not going to happen. So a weak split means just not much of a wick on it. Yeah, and this has been tested. There's nothing you can do about this trade. But you can say right here, this entire area is like a holding zone. You could or a holding level, but still it's unclear. I'm just going to let me absorb the loss. If I do get sliced through, I absorb the loss. Boom. So now our possible options are accounted for. If we win, it goes up to a 1-to-1, we win, right? If it goes and tries to win and then comes down, we lose. If it gets sliced through, we lose. So we're not going to ask for any re-entries. We're not going to ask for any zones on the backside of this distal line, nothing. It looks like it's continuing. So let's look at that 60-minute chart. It looks like it's just going to continue right now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. The 240-minute chart, just barely. So if you look at my chart, just barely touching the supply up there. I think it will push into it before it comes down, but we'll see. I'm only asking for a little bit of a bounce on this holding split on the bullish side, but this thing I think just it hasn't broken out yet. So we'll see what happens. I want to get to, well, right now there's a lot of action, so I don't know if I want to get to GC or crude oil yet, because right now there's a decent amount of action going on right now. This is a breakout. If you look at it, if the breakout candle's there, the 1-to-1 puts you right in the middle of that split, which that's why I wouldn't take the breakout. We'll see though. Overall, I dig it. I like what's going on. So let's just go to gold. So let's examine gold. What's going on here? The monthly chart. Yeah, big move last month. Broke all-time highs, now coming down right into demand. That could snap though, and it could go into this demand way down here at 1820. So that would be a long ways lower. I could see that happening, you know. Like this is the demand right here. This is the area. This is the range it comes to, not up here, not the tight range. I could see that happening. This is formed a retracement downwards. It's coming into demand. Okay. Let's see the daily picture. Very unclear. Unclear to me. I see the range from here, these two bottoms and this big top, but this is a long ways downwards. It's just unclear to me in the middle where I would do anything really. You may consider this trend line, but I'm not a trend line guy, so let's see here. 240-minute chart. Yeah, I don't know why it's bouncing right now. I don't see anything where it could be bouncing. Yeah, there's nothing there. Man, oh man. There is not much options for me to trade on this one. It just doesn't seem nice to trade right now. I don't see anything. You know, if I don't see anything, I can't do much. Yeah, it's just okay, let's say it's coming into this split up here. What does that look like in the 60-minute? Is that weak split? No, okay. This area. Okay, I can see that happening. I would consider this area. Man, oh man. Wow, yeah. It's just really rough. It's rough and not clear to me. So I'm going to go, let's jump back to NQ, see what's happening quick. Still looking like it could hit this split. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with that. But it looks like it's going to break that high. I would only be asking for a 1-to-1. I do think that that's a good trade. In my opinion, I think it's a fantastic trade. In fact, I would consider doubling it right now. I would, because look, our goal is to get 25 apples. This trade looks solid if it gets to the trade, and that would be 10 apples. I would consider that. Yeah, actually, I'm doing that. And that would be 5 contracts. With 5. Okay. Oh, it broke that high. Oh, okay. Well, that changes things, right? That definitely changes things, because that thing just went. Broke that high. Now it's still going. Look in the 240-minute chart. It's racing in this supply. This is this tan line. This is all supply. All of it. So yeah. Wow. I mean, I'm not short until way up here. Oops. Until this line up here. And that's solely based on the 240-minute chart. If it gets there, I'm short for sure. For sure, man. But it's got to get there, right? It's got a long ways to go, but whatever. I'll place the trade anyways. I'll get there. I'll measure it out. Fine with me. NQ short 62.5, huge zone. This is a holding level 200 on the 240 minute. Yeah, it's a holding zone. Definitely. And that would be one contract. Wow, man. Only one. Wow. Okay, this thing is running right now. Absolutely running. It's furious. I'm going to risk 16.7 apples on this one because it's such a higher time frame trade. And especially if it's running up like that. I hope it gets there. Yeah, this thing has been phenomenal. Wow. Look at that go. That was a hell of a breakout going upwards. Hell of a breakout. Yeah, man. That's what I'm thinking. 240-minute chart. That looks good. 120, 480. That looks fantastic. If we want to go upwards, I'm in that area right there. That's fantastic. To me, heck yeah, man. I'm right there. That's where I am. That's where I'm sitting. Heck yeah. If that thing can run up there and fill me. It's got a ways to go still, but to get in entry there would be fantastic. That's only 2 contracts too. Yeah. 2 contracts at 16,685 flat. 16,685. 16,685. Oh man. 16,685. We'll see. We'll see. All right, this thing. Wow, it's sending downwards. Right now is time to buy for 2BB predict at very least. That's what I would do right now. But I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna wait. Because I gotta know if I'm doing this right. Yeah, right now would be a 2BB predict down up to here. Up to 623, something like that. Interesting. There you go. Now, even though this is demand right here, once again, would I want to be buying if it gets stopped out? The answer is yes. There's a holding split right here. So I'm not taking this front zone. There you go. All right, crude oil. Wow, back and forth. Okay. What's this weekly low? Why isn't it there yet? Okay. Wow, it's pressing lows, man. It's putting the gas pedal on the lows. It's putting the pressure on. It's like saying, I'm betting this much, bro. You in or out? You in or out? And that's what it's saying to the bulls. So the bulls have a decision to make. The reason I say that is because this month, the monthly chart looks bearish. This is a continuation pattern down. Drop, base, drop, especially if it breaks this low. And if it breaks this current bar's low, this weekly low, which is just today, you know, because it's Monday, it's looking like it's going to head straight for this low. So it really needs to be bought up pretty much now. It's bought up now or at the breach of this low in between here. So from here to here, but there's not much demand there. I mean, I see a little bit there, but it's not clean at least. So right now would be the better time to buy it up. Yeah. My opinion still, it's actually a good buy right now. I'd consider buying right now, actually. Even though it's pressing these lows a couple times now. That's not good. Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't... It's still not clean on the demand side either. So, but I do see supply here. That's for sure. That's a holding level for sure. That's perfect holding level. And that means we should be able to take that short. But usually we'd take this short if this bottom gets broken. We need some more leg out movement and then comes back and retests, because right now it's right there, you know. So I'm not very confident in it. However, I would go for a 1-to-1 on this. I would. Just because it's a holding level, man. I take holding levels. That's what I do. So that would be crude oil short. Crude oil short holding level 0.25. And that would be 3 contracts. Let's check NQ. Alright, so NQ did break that high again. It's heading towards my entry up here, this dashed line. So to be honest, the entry line looks like it might be hit first, which is fantastic. So, and that'll be 2 contracts. I repeat, 2 contracts at this dashed line, which is 680. You could do higher if you wanted to, but I'm just gonna do 682. 682, 2 contracts, 682. You know, it's a ways away still. It might not ever be hit today. Let's see here. Stop loss. We gotta put a stop loss in. 742 flat, 742 flat. 742 flat. Seven, 4, 2 flat. 7, 4, 2 flat. 7, 4, 2 flat. What? Hold your horses, man. It's just got a ways to go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 7, 4, 2, flat. That means 742.25. There you go. That's my stop loss. 2 contracts. That's my entry. Good. We're set. Just in case that hits, let's look at crude oil. Crude oil looks like it actually will hit my entry here. In that case, we're going to be net short. That was just going to do one single on that. That means 3 contracts, 5 apples. So 3 contracts at 70.70 flat. How many? 3 contracts. Okay. 70 contracts, 70.70 flat. It's at 4.6 right now. Yep, that's correct. Stop loss. This high is 70.96. 70.96 is my stop loss. That's my short position right there. If it gets there, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. So I'm fine with it. I'm fine with that short. And just going for a 1-to-1. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. So it's fine with me. Let's go to gold. See if it did anything. It is doing something right now. It's coming up to this supply. You could short this. I would actually short this. I like this wick area. I'm fine with that, especially if it gets up there. I'm cool with that. That's GC short. GC short. Hold up. Let's say 3.3. What is this? 60 minute. 240 minute. 240 minute holding split. That's 2 contracts. 35.9. 2 contracts at 35.9. 2 contracts, 35.9. All right, good. Stop loss is at this high, which is 39.6. 39.6. That means 39.7. That's $760. Take a picture. That's my first trade of the day. We've made entry. We're in. I'm short gold because I think it's a bit stingy, meaning a tight zone. Hold on. That's zone number 756. 240 minute chart. And that's what it looks like on the 15 minute. This is fine with me. It's really solely based on the 240 minute chart. And the 240 minute chart is holding split, protecting free space of 3. That's right. So 756. This is made entry at 912. This is a 240 minute holding split, protecting free space of 3. Arrival. So recency is kind of 2-1. Magnitude is 2-3. X score of 4. It's kind of narrow based on the 240 minute picture. It is, because it's just the split. My target's at 2032.4. 2032.4. I repeat, 2032.4. That's $700. So 760 for 700. What is that? 760. 5.1 risk. For 5. So which is 4.7 apples of reward. Okay, this is just a 1-to-1 we're going for. I like it. Overall, I like it. I do. Whatever. We'll see what happens, but you know, overall, it's a 240 minute holding split. Narrow. I might even call it micro. It's narrow. I would say outside local disalign. And then OE of, I would say OE of 2. In my opinion, based on the smaller time frames, it's absolutely OE. Which our target's really nearby. I mean, we're asking for a small bounce down to here, bounce downwards, you know. So I think it's reasonable. I double checked everything. We got our risk and stops in place. On to the next trade. So let's look at crude oil. Got to look at NQ pretty quick here though. Crude oil, it's dropping lower. It's still struggling with the same picture. One more minute until the 15-minute bar prints, which is good for me because I want more. I want another bar to print and see if it can get up here. My zone here is still live. We're still in that short here if we get filled to go short. So we'll see. NQ, let's take a gander at what's going on in NQ. So NQ has been breaking these highs. I mean, still breaking these highs. I have a short right here protecting free space, but it looks like it might pause here. It might show a deep retracement here. I don't know because it is in supply. In my opinion, there is supply here. There is sellers joining in, and that's weight that the bulls have to lift. You know, that's a heavier weight to move price upwards. So right now it's likely paused for the time being, and it can go lower, but it wouldn't go higher, in my opinion, at least temporarily. But downwards, there's really nothing except deep retracements. Deep retracements are the only way to go in long, in my opinion, that I see. Because this is a short, man. So I'd be willing to take this short because, oh shoot, come on, quick. Holding level creation 10.5. Wow, it already did it. Never mind, because this was gonna go lower. That shows really bearish. That just shows bearish. So now I'm gonna pause. Right now it's testing highs. The high is protective. It's very good. It's a good high because it showed breakout. However, if it does break, it shows bullish. It's obviously, but it's like, wow, you really tried to go short and you couldn't. So it actually is more bullish than just breaking a normal high, which is good for me because my entry's up here. If you look at my zone, it's right here. Come on, come to Papa. That's where I want to short. So I'm chilling up there. We'll see though. Right now this zone is pretty much working. Yeah, we'll see. I consider that if it wants to head downwards, I think it can. I would like it to hit entry up here first, of course, but we'll see. Let's take a look at crude oil. Oh, crude oil, so close to my entry. Do I cancel the order? No, I don't cancel that order yet. I won't cancel the order yet. I'm just leaving it in because the zone's still there and it hasn't actually been tested yet. But it's very close, you know, it's very close and turned around. But we'll see. I'm chilling on that. Gold, so we're still short on gold. If it does get stopped out, it's okay. I mean, I think I gave it a good shot. In my opinion, it's fine. Yes, it's shitty. It's, you know, supply there. It's kind of rough. However, it's on the 240-minute chart, it doesn't lie. I mean, that shows that is supply. It's protecting free space. This is a split. This is definitely areas of selling, in my opinion, based on this chart. So I'm not regretting that decision. If it happens, it happens. I only risked 5.1 contracts on it, or sorry, 5.1 apples. So we'll see here. see here. So NQ is still battling that high. I'm going to put this one at the first one. Okay, gold's chilling there. So the next trade that I take, we'll see what it is. Yeah, I'm fine with that though. It's for first trade, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, do we have any other trades on NQ that we can take? Would you take shorts? Wow, the 3 minute must have demand opened, yep. That demand open worked like a charm. But to fully work, it's got to break that high. It has to break that high. It has to break that high. It's struggling, but it's likely going to break that high. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, break it. 44.25, 44.5. It has not broken that high by a tick yet. Has not. It's likely going to break. For sure. I'd say for sure breaking. For sure, man. It ain't for sure breaking, you know what I'm saying? It's for sure. Alright, gold, man. Nah, I'm saying. Nah, I'm saying. Well, I'm not looking good. Nah, I'm saying. Nah, I'm saying. I would consider taking a 0.5 to 1 on that, actually. On gold. Because I don't want to change entries. Is that part of my rules? No change of position size during trade, no double triple size after a loss of more than 5 apples, no re-entry on same trade, no entry on breakouts after breakout occurred. So no re-entry. So we can technically move target closer, but we can't load up position size because we can't change position size during trade, but we can change where the target is. You could go more reasonable with this 0.5 to 1. Or full reasonable with 1 to 1. 1 to 1 would require more, obviously. Obviously would require more. Right down there. And I don't like where it's resting. If you look at this. This is a zone, man. Right here. See this? This is a holding level, man. For sure. And my target's right there. So, what? You want to go 0.75 to 1? Does that make you feel better? Yes. It does make me feel better. Okay, then do it. All right, sounds good. 0.75 is 2033.9. 2033.8. 2033.8. 700 to 420. We gotta write this down. 700 to 420. 4.6 to 420. 2.8 apples. 2.8 apples. Yeah. 16. Da, 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 da. Why is that yellow? Whatever. Move to 0.5. Okay. All right. Crude oil is a looking like it might hit entry. Let's look at NQ. Wow, NQ still can't decide if it wants to break that high or not. I'm totally bullish on this high. But that puts me in a predicament if I want to take this anti-breakout. If this breaks this low, I'm not doing it. I'm not touching it. It shows double top right now. There's going to be people wanting to go short on that. And anti-breakout is trying to be outsmarting them. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just more bullish on that top. I don't know how to place a trade around it at this moment. And you could place anti-breakout, but do I have enough cojones to do that? Nah, I'm just not. It's not that pleasant. Not that pleasant. All right, 15-minute NQ, or sorry, crude oil. It looks like a good short. I want to see if I'm getting too tight on this thing. And I might be. For the volatility and where it is on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the daily. Weekly. Let's look at the daily. The daily chart, I'm really close to it. So if you really look at it, my entry line is so close. If you look at the daily chart here. Let's look at the daily. The daily chart looks like that. I think if this trade is going to work, it's probably going to pop this low. And in that sense, I'd go lighter contracts and go to a 3-to-1. Yeah, I'd go with 3 or 4-to-1. See how short? 4-to-1, which is only one contract then. That's what I'm gonna do. Dropping this down. Oops, dropping this down to a 1 contract. Because we're gonna go for a 4-to-1 on this. Yeah, and I think you could go double, in my opinion. Double because I think it can go lower. Go 2 contracts. Stop loss, 2 contracts. My stop loss right here would be this high, 70.96. 70.96. Good. Good. Everything's set. What right now I'm going for is a 4-to-1, which is way down here, right? I'm just gonna label 4, just so it helps me. 69.69 is my target if it makes entry. I would be short, and if you look at the daily picture, I'm sure I would be short trying to breach lower, actually trying to go lower on this day, which is the day is already down 4.3%. Yeah, why would I go short? Well, I think it can pop lower, and honestly I think it can break this low, but I'm not even breaking that low, but we'll see. I think it can push lower. That would be my bet. Why? Because I'm not sure. I think it can either slice through my zone or go lower, and that's what I think is gonna happen. So therefore I don't want to do a 1-to-1 on this zone. So let's take a picture. This is the next trade that I'm in. Looks like it, almost in. That's zone number 757. Oops. All right, we're in. All right, we are in this trade, and that's 928. We hit entry 757 zone number. Take a picture. Zone number 757. 757. I think we took a double on this. Yes, we did. 15-minute. Let's go ahead and show the daily picture. It's really far down. Yes, I understand that. But what made me think of this trade is that weekly time frame, I believe, which is, oh, sorry, monthly. Darn. Anyways, the monthly time frame, which might not happen today actually. That's unfortunate. But that's the trade I'm doing. Oops. Anyways. Yeah, drop down to like 5 minute or something like that. 5 minute looks fine. I think it could go 1-to-1, but I'm gonna ask for 4-to-1. I think that is reasonable. If it's gonna break that low, it is reasonable, and I'm all about reasonable. All about that kind of stuff. All right, so this, let's label this trade. This is a 15-minute holding level, protecting free space of 2. Recency is 2-1, magnitude is 2-1, and I would say X score is 2. What else? Outside local distal line, not really. Nothing else, really. There's no other traits to it. Yeah, there's no other traits to it, man. How much am I risking on this trade? Can we label this, please? Sure. 500 bucks. 500 bucks. I'm risking 500 divided by 150. 3.3 apples I'm risking. 3.3 apples risk. I'm going for 4-to-1, which is 69.69. Way down there. Wow, that's not likely going to happen, but whatever. 69.69 is way down here at $2,040. So 2040 divided by 150 is 13.6. What does that mean? That means 13.6 divided by 3.3 is about 4-to-1. That's right. So everything looks correct. We're correct. Everything is as it should be, and that's what I'm into. We want things as it should be. Let's see here. NQ. Let's see what NQ is doing. NQ did break that high, so we were thinking correct. It did break that high, and now it wants to pull it, or looks like it's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So we're not certain. Yeah, because I was really thinking that I would. We want to reach entry up here and then go down. Looks like it won't do that. Let's look at the NQ daily. Yeah, the daily looks fantastic. It just looks really bullish, and we want that. We want that high just bubbling, boiling upwards, and that's what hopefully it does here. Boiling up to our area of shorting. So let's see here, boys. It's got to be almost time to be done already. 18 minutes left. We're good. Oh, all right. Well, yeah, so I'm short gold and crude oil at the same time right now. Hopefully there's no correlations. Gold and crude oil aren't really correlated, so I think I'm fine. It's not like I'm short biased on anything. It's just I'm long. I'd be long down here. I can't be long up here. Not really. Not what I'm interested in. So definitely created a range and broke out of it, and that's what we're looking at. Our entry's down up here, way up here. So our entry line's this blue line up here. If it gets there. Based on the 240-minute chart, does it look all right? Yeah, it does. I think it looks fantastic. That's precisely why I want to go short. It is. And asking for a 1-to-1 isn't that bad. It really isn't. It could break, yeah. It could break, but whatever. All right. I think we just got stopped out of gold. Dang it. Wow, gold got stopped out. Really? That sucks. Look at that. That thing is just booming. Wow. I'd be wanting to go short more now. That's unfortunate. That sucks, man. 756. Done for. What'd we get out of it? We got, oh my gosh, wow, 2 ticks away from target. That's where we got 0.75 to 1. Dang. Wow, 2 ticks from target. That's weird that I didn't get hit. 2 ticks from target, dude. Wow. That sucks. Whatever. All right. Down 5 apples on the day. Come on, boys. We need a first down here, boys. Down 5 apples on the day. Gold, man. Now it's coming down. Now you come down. Darn it. Hey, if it goes up more, I'm short. Yeah, but where? Right here. That's the only spot that you can. And it didn't get up there, so you could do that. I would consider that. I really would. But I want to see this thing rally to get there, like it has been, without much of a retracement. Okay? Without much of a retracement, I'm willing to do that. There is also supply up here. There's also areas right here. Right here area, yeah. So, yeah, man, that's what I see. Anyways, it's likely coming down. Interesting. Comes way down, fully down. Wow. All right. NQ. Let's see what NQ's doing. NQ doesn't seem like it can get up to my entry here, boys. Are we gonna leave the entry on today? I was planning on it. Oh man, that means I have to get out. That means no entry. If it doesn't hit it within 14 minutes, it's likely not gonna hit within 14 minutes. Not really. I'm not gonna go short. I'm not gonna go short or long right now on NQ. It's just not in the area that I can do that. Gold, yeah, it looks like it's coming down. Well, it was a good try. NQ, maybe. Gold. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to. So crude oil, we are in this trade. Thank you. Awesome. We are in this trade. Let's take a picture just because it's going right now. It's reaching areas that I might want to go the other way, but we'll see. We'll see. Right now it's gone 0.75 to 1 with a 75% PIZ. With the 75% PIZ, that's awesome. So we're risking 3.3 apples on that trade, which is fine with me. You could take PIZ, pivot in the zone right now. I'm doing that. High is 70.88 is my stop. 70.88. 70.88, which is $340. Which is 2.3 apples. 2.3 apples risk. PIZ 2.3 apples. I'm just gonna go 4.6. Yep. 2.3 apples risk. Yep. Our risk is 2.3 apples now. So if it does want to go up, I'm out. I'm out of that thing. I'm out of here. Gold is telling me like it might actually fill me up here. It might actually do that for me, which I would be happy with because I'd ready to go short on that, especially the 240-minute chart. I think that's based on the noon. Yeah, noon it closes. If it goes upwards, I'm more short on that thing. Yeah. This just barely stopped me out. This high is 39.6. This high is 40.2. So 6 ticks, I guess. It was a decent amount. NQ. NQ still bubbling, man. And we might actually need entry here. It's still bubbling. It really is. Looks very bullish. Yep. We'll see. The 240 minute on the gold trade is the one I'm watching. I don't know if I'm gonna place or not. I'm gonna leave on NQ because that's a boundary type of zone. It's not very high time frame. It's a set and forget order. I am gonna leave NQ on it. At the end of this 10 minutes left of the session. So in that regard, I'm just gonna have it trading for me. I have my stops in place and my target, so it doesn't really. All I know is that by the end of the day, I have to get out of that position if it's still dancing around in there, which it could be. It's a higher time frame zone. Crude oil, still there. It's still there. We're asking for it to break this low, and they're saying they want it to break right here, right away. So I'm asking for it to break below, though. So we'll see. I'm only risking 2.3 apples on that now, and a possible reward of 13. So that's a huge risk reward for me. That's good to stretch that out because I'm not usually all about the higher risk rewards. It's like working on my left foot. You know, my weak foot is going high risk rewards. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good with stretching that out. I mean, we're only risking 2.5 apples. It's just not that much. So if we lose, we lose. Yeah, this is bullish. This is bubbling towards my entry here. I hope I do meet entry, but we'll see. Because I want it to be overextended when I go short on it. Gold. Yeah, gold. I would absolutely go short on this. So this 30-minute, absolutely. If it wants to get all the way up there, this lonely pivot, it's kind of a lonely pivot. It is. Yeah, that's great, man. That's great, man. It's a lonely pivot, but it's a holding zone, essentially. Yeah, it's a holding zone. I don't know if it'll get there. It looks like it won't. Yeah, it doesn't look like it will get there, mate. It doesn't look like it will get there. Oh, we're out. We're out of crude oil. Take a picture. Darn it. That's negative 2.3 there. Now we're negative 7 on the day. Negative 7.4. We have 25 apples. But our goal is to win, right? You know. The window is that 25 apple window, though. Yeah. That sucks. Okay. I don't know if I'm forcing the gold trade. Yeah, that's fine with me. It just looks bearish, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to do that, especially if it gets up there right now. I'm totally willing to go short there. Totally. Double. Double because not much. Okay. 2.3 is the risk. Let's see here. How many contracts would that be? What's going on? Why is that not working? Yeah. What is going on here? Six contracts. 9.2. All right. Six contracts at 2042.2, 2042.2, 2042.2. 2042.2. We don't have enough. Really. 2042.2. Six contracts. This high is 2044.5. 2044.5. Good. All right, that's fantastic, man. That looks fantastic. I love it. Love to see it. All right, so that's six contracts. Our risk would be 9.2 apples. I'm willing to go short on that. I'm willing to let that happen. So let's just leave that be. This is zone number 758. It hasn't been placed yet or booked, so we can't load it in yet. Crude oil, though. Yeah, I'm just going for a 1-to-1. That's pretty nice. I'd go actually for a 1.5 to 1, to be honest with you. 1.5. Which would be 5 contracts. That's fine with me. Fine with me. Okay, cool. It's got to get there, though. We'll see. All right, this 15-minute completely broke. Yeah, 15-minute broke. Unfortunate, but that's the way it works, man. It happens at crude oil trade. That's why we wanted a higher risk reward. If it was going to work, I think it would have worked for a lot more than normal. All right. Now we're going to go yeah, gold short. We're about to be out here though. All right. NQ looks like it's almost getting to entry here, which is awesome. So let's label this in. 7.5. Triple, that's 2 contracts. Two contracts at 883, 2 contracts at 883. 2 contracts at 883. Cool. Timer done. Sessions ended. Okay. So right now I'm just placing stops, and these are stop and forget trades. High 742 flat, 742 flat. Oops. 742 flat. Oh, really? Okay, come on. 742 flat means 742.25. There you go. So stop orders are placed. This order is placed. Both orders are placed. And they're both actually similar trades. I'm not gonna lie. We can't place this until we see we need to make entry here. It's right next to it. Yeah, you could probably call it entry, negative 0.5% entry or something, negative 10%. But I'm gonna wait just a slight amount. I really want to see entry before we place this. Yeah, the trade's done. We're done trading today. And we have these orders placed. These are set and forget orders that we're just going for 1-to-1s on. Gold, I'm going for 1.5 to 1. Right here. But you know, we gotta meet entries before we go about this. So, all right, I think we're good. Triple. Why am I tripling it? I'm tripling because obvious, because I'm confident and it's obvious. It's an obvious boundary zone. And strong arrival. Yeah, that's fantastic. And I'm only going for a 1-to-1. I mean, absolutely triple. I'm risking 18 apples just on that trade. So that's what we're doing. Let's see here. If I lose them both, that's 7.7 plus 18. That I'm gonna go over 25 apples lost on the day. But that's the. I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, I can only go 25, but I'm fine with it. We might not even make entry of gold because it's got to actually get there. If you look at it, if you look at this 30-minute chart, it's gotta get there, man, for me to get in. Otherwise, I'm not in. You know, It really has to get there. This is just really bullish, and I'd love to be on short, but this thing, it just can't. It just won't. Yeah, I mean, do you want to place the trade now? I think you just missed entry, you know. In my opinion, that's a missed entry. That's what I see, you know. Man, that sucks. Yeah, that's just a missed entry. So yeah, so no more trades. I'm gonna be out now. We're done. Um, yeah, in gold, I think I'm gonna cancel because it's doing this. Look at the 240-minute chart on gold. High time frame. Did you miss entry or not? Let's just see what happened. No, you didn't miss entry yet. Any more retracement, you missed entry. Because I'm looking for some type of slice. A little bit more of a wick than that. More of a wick than that, like down here. So, yeah, you haven't missed entry yet, so I'm just leaving it there. Leaving both of them there. But we'll see. We'll post a profit at the end of the day and daily recap, of course. I'm going to have it all organized. But there is no more trades, regardless of win-lose. There is no more trades today other than my NQ and gold that are placed right now, and they're both short. If we get entry, it's next to entry right now. If we don't get an arrival like this, I'm going to cancel orders, and that's on a case-by-case basis.